Something's amiss. There's our baby. You're messing up my breeding plans, dude. That is disappointing.
Just put feet on it and see what happens.
So it's lockup time, obviously. Making sure everybody's in, collecting eggs, giving goats grain, and something's amiss. So Mike was home today, so I wasn't outside really in the yard much. Usually I go out a couple times throughout the day, just get some fresh air, check the animals, etc. I did not do that today because Mike was home. We were doing things. And when I just went to lock up our mama hen, who is sitting on eggs, apparently at some point today she got up off the nest, and when she went back she laid in the wrong spot. So she was laying on some fake eggs and I think one other chicken egg, while her nest of a dozen eggs was not being covered. They were cold. I moved her back on them, but I don't know if they will still be viable at this point because apparently she hadn't been on them for a while. I feel terrible for not having gone over to check on that today. I mean, I guess I just assumed that she would know where her own nest was and go back there, but she didn't. So I guess it's a waiting game to see what happens. I can, let's see, I put those on her Wednesday. Today is Friday. So I can go on next Wednesday, about day 7, and try to candle them, see if we can tell whether or not they're still viable. They are dark Moran's eggs, but they're not as dark as the ones in the incubator, so hopefully we'll be able to see through them a little bit better, but I don't know, guys. That really, really stinks. I feel, I'm not feeling too good about it. I'm going to lock up the animals, but my first stop is going to be at this little coop where Mama Hen is. I keep noticing more and more blue eggs appearing under her. One of them I know has been there since Monday, I believe. But then yesterday, when she had been off the nest, there was another one, and I was like, oh, I don't remember which one was there originally. And then today, there was another. So apparently Blue is kicking her off and laying eggs in her nest. And I don't know which one's new and which one has started developing. So I'm going to try to candle them. I don't know if they're far enough long to be able to tell or not. But I'm going to try it because I really don't want her collecting more eggs. And then when I figure it out, if I figure it out, I'm going to mark the one that is developed. So if any more get laid in there, I will know which one it is and which one it isn't. Should have done that at first, but I guess I wasn't expecting more eggs to appear. I did not bring my tripod, so I've got you on the ground here. I also have a duck keeping me company. So let's see if we can do this and figure this out. So let's see, where's this camera here? I think I can see the yolk, but I don't know that I can, like I can see the yolk moving, I think. Oh, maybe not, maybe that's the yolk. Oh, okay. See if we can move the angle here. I don't know how well you can see that. I think that is some development in there. I think I can faintly see some blood vessels forming. So this one I will mark and leave. Hello. That one just looks like yolk to me. Completely open. So that one I'll leave out. Hello, duck. I don't think this one's developed. If it is, it's only one day. So there wouldn't be any heartbeat or anything else developed yet at this point if it is one day. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this other one. Say, woo, bright. I'm going to mark this one that I saw the blood vessels on and put it back in there because, yeah, I would feel so guilty. Oh, yeah, there we go. I wonder if you can see this better. Let me turn you around. Can you see that? It's hard to focus here in this lighting. There's our baby. That dark spot there, and you can see the blood vessels. So that one's going back under her. Drake, why are you in the goat pen? That is the second time he has gotten in on the other side of the fence with the other ducks. You're messing up my breeding plans, dude. Come on, girls, go to bed. You're not gonna go to bed without him, are you? Go on, go to bed. Go to bed. No, you're gonna make me go in there. Okay, oh, chasing Drake over there. He's back over here now. You can go to bed. Go on. You too, Missy. Go to bed. Go on. Go on. Usually she's the one that always went through the fence to the other side. He never did, but she hasn't. And that's the second time he has. I guess I really need to fix that fencing. Today is Wednesday, so it's been a week since she's had eggs under her. So let's see if they're developing, especially after she got off them for a little time. See how it is. That looks completely open. Yeah, so that one looks like either it didn't fertilize or it died that day she was off it. I mean, these are dark shells, but I don't really see anything.
Well, that one looks dark.
Indeed.
I think you're good on that one.
Yeah, there we go. There's the blood vessels I saw last time.
Yes.
That one looks better, and I think it's moving. Still don't really see anything though. It might be slightly darker right there, but I don't know, it might just be a yolk.
That one looks dark.
That one looks like it might be viable. There's a definite dark spot there. And I can see some movement over here. Yeah.
Two.
Looks like yolk again. That one's a darker shell. That one
got
looks
some stuff.
good. It's moving. Again, not a Moran's. That might have a dark spot with some veins. Yeah.
That one's good and dark.
Okay, so we have our eggs in here.
I didn't follow your placements.
These three were laid today. Put those down there. These four are viable. Those, what is that, 8? Not so much. And only one of the Moran's eggs that we gave her looked viable. The rest are just random ones that she was stole. So do we put them back under her and give them a couple more days? Maybe they got stalled?
Sure. It's not gonna hurt it, right?
Unless they explode. That is disappointing. Yeah, I know. You can readjust now. We'll leave you alone. Good night. Well, that kind of stinks. Not what we were hoping for.
Campfire. Ghost story.
Guess we'll just have to wait and see. What can you do? Okay then. So, you know that Daisy has been a food hog and doesn't let Demelza eat unless we tie her up. Well, Turns out so are the ducks. So yeah, every night when I come out to give the goats their grain, Daisy fights Demelza away. Even though they're separate bowls, she keeps going back and forth and bullying her. So she has to be tied up. And then the ducks come in and eat the grain. And Daisy will fight the ducks off, but Demelza will not because she's a big pushover. So now we are trying to devise a temporary little corner enclosure here for the ducks so that I can lock them in there while the goats are eating their grain so that they don't eat it. This is getting to be way more complicated than I expected. So we just got a couple of pallets here that we had lying around, and we're just going to make this little corner for them to be in at night instead of free range of the whole barn. This will do two things. One, it will hopefully help with that grain stealing issue. And then two, we've got this nest box over there, which they actually haven't been using. I put those in there. They've been nesting over in that corner or underneath this hay feeder here. But if we have these pallets up here to where that nest box has a little bit more privacy, I am wondering if Charlotte will maybe start sitting on it. Because I'm thinking they'll probably, if they're locked in here at night, they'll probably lay there, I think. So, and then having some privacy might encourage her to set. Here's hoping. So, what you think?
I don't know. Just kind of do it and see what happens.
Okay. A man without a plan.
Unusual for me.
That is really hard wood.
Half a duck enclosure. Just put feet on it and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that screwed into the ground then?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Nice.
Daisy jumps on it. Don't go too far.
I mean, part of the beauty of having it not attached to anything is you can literally move it
Out of the way.
completely out of the way if they just become super trouble with it. But
Sometimes
shoo them all in and close it up.
day for projects around here. So now our project is going to be this mess of brambles here. These are our blackberries, courtesy of our neighbors. They actually planted them on the other side of the fence and they have grown over into our yard. And the thing with blackberries is once the cane bends over and touches the ground, it sends out new roots wherever it lands and starts another one. So you're supposed to kind of keep them trained a little bit on a wire so that it doesn't get to be crazy like this. And we've had the wire for like a year and a half or something. We just haven't put it up yet. So we're going to put the wire up. Now, how we're supposed to untangle all this and attach to the wire, haven't figured out yet, but we'll get there.
I'm not entirely sure this is probably the best piece for this.
If I recall, we couldn't find the type we were looking for when we bought these, but
Yeah.
like I said, that was like a year and a half ago. I don't remember. Are you our new Jenny? Are you keeping us company when we do projects?
Too scared.
So this is what we use to hold the wire to the end, and then that dangly piece tightens it. Okay. Pilot hold. That's just like a, what do you call that, an eye hook?
Yeah.
A really fat eye hook.
I think it's fat.
Well, I know they come fatter, but so we just asked the neighbor on the other side of the fence, and she said to run it behind the brambles. So that's what we're doing. And then they're gonna come up later and kind of show us how to attach said brambles, because they're starting to leaf out. So we need to get this done before they get so crazy we can't tell which stem belongs to which plant. Need a third hand then? Tell me what to do. You can tighten it after the fact too.
Yeah, I don't want to lose all of my tensionable threads.
Right. And hopefully we're doing this right, because we don't want to take it down and do it again. Need a hand or?
Just to hold it. So some tension on it. Doesn't have to be like super tight. Just.
So then you just twist that and it tightens it up, pulls the tension. And you gotta do that on both ends or just one end?
Probably both.
Just for extra tension.
Well, that's, yeah, I guess that's fine. Didn't think about that. That's what I was afraid of. I don't think I got enough threads.
We got the other end too still.
I guess.
And I don't know that it has to be like, what's the word, like guitar taut.
I mean, but this is just by fingers. That's
Right.
Doesn't seem very taut at all.
Well, let's pull the other side and see what happens. As long as it like supports the weight of the brambles is all that matters, right?
But it is from something.
If there is one thing I am really learning this spring more than anything else is to not set my plans in stone, but just being willing to swivel as things change, like with breeding the goats or with excuse me, or with, you know, the different hatching things that we had going on with the Broody Hen who went to the wrong nest, and then Gretchen who keeps being broody, my plans to separate the ducks for breeding purposes, all of these plans that I have that I want to go a certain way, and that sometimes isn't how life works. For instance, Gretchen here. Yes, you. You saw the other week she was being broody for about a day, and then she gave up. Well, now she's been sitting on this nest faithfully for several days. I took all of her eggs away. I took all of her fake eggs away, and she's still sitting here on nothing. So she really, really wants to be a mama, and it kind of breaks my heart to not let her be that. So, since she's so determined to sit here with or without eggs, I thought she may as well be productive while she's at it. So I am going to go ahead and give her some duck eggs. Whether or not they're fertilized, whether or not they're hatched, I don't know. But if she's going to be sitting there for a month, either way, may as well test it, I guess. And I don't know that they are going to be purebred yet at this point. The ducks have been separated for 2 weeks, I think. So they may or may not be purebred eggs at this point. But we could always just use them for meat and call it good. So I'm going to give her these duck eggs and we'll see how it goes. Here you go. You want some eggs? Yes, I will give you eggs. Oh yes, are you so happy to have those? Here's some more. I just grabbed a mix of pecan and apple yard. I think there might actually be a Charlotte in there too. Even though we really don't have any plans to breeding Charlotte, you know. So, and I there's at least one Sally egg in there, and like I mentioned before, I don't know that she has ever been bred, but there you go. Yeah, you get those situated, all comfortable. Like, are you so happy to have those eggs? So we'll just let her do her thing. Duck eggs do take a little bit longer, 28 days instead of 21 days. So she will have a little bit of a longer trek there. And it will be kind of fun to see a mother chicken taking care of ducks. But I don't know. I don't know if any of them hatch or none of them hatch. We'll just have to find out. First, let's get these chickens in the coop. Then we'll see if we can wrangle the ducks into the new cage so I can give the goats their grain. Come on, Lola. Come on, Lola. Come on. Not you. You are not a chicken. Come on, Lola. So these goats are about to drive me nuts right now. They want their green and they're being very naughty. All right, ducks. Go in there. Close. Well, we did put this on feet, right? Let's shift it. There we go. There we go. Okay, time to feed the naughty oats. And now, since Daisy will not stay over on her own bench, she's going to come over here and try to steal Demelza's. So I actually have to tie her up. Maybe I should just lock Demelza in the pen since, you know, her grain is the issue with everybody. Now the only downside is because she's tied up, I got to come back to untie her. These goats are trouble, let me tell you. If I didn't love them so much, they might not be worth it. But I do love them so much. So while they're eating their grain, I'm going to collect the eggs and just make sure everybody's locked in. Goldie actually spent last night in a tree, I think. I couldn't find her anywhere last night. So she spent the night outside. But I can see her now. She is in here tonight. But I do come in and check every night to count and make sure everybody is where they need to be. Hey guys, how's it going? Let's see, 4 ducks, but that one is laying on the nest for everybody for their eggs. Yes, hello, I see you. I will not take your eggs. You may keep them. Okay? They're all yours. Anyways, counting her, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's all of them. Now I just gotta climb underneath to get those eggs. It's much easier when I can set a child under here after them. Excuse me. Thankfully I cleaned in here recently. So at least, you know, it's not as gross. Yeah. Since Gretchen's up there, some of the chickens have still been laying there, and then she just steals her eggs. But then most of them have been laying down here in this duck nest over here. These guys do not really like me. Hey, hey, duck ducks. I just need those eggs over there, and then I will leave you be. Okay? Demelza, go eat. She gets so distracted. This is why it takes so long. Go eat your food. Go in. Go eat your food, Demelza. Go eat your grain. No, you don't need to come in here. Go eat. Go in. Go eat. She's ignoring me. Excuse me. Okay, that's all. I'm done. Really? You got your head in here. Go eat your grain so I can go back in the house. Go on. Go eat. Come on. Oh, you ate it all. Good girl. She ate fast tonight. That's great. All right. Good night, everybody.